Often at time we've been trained to have this YOLO mindset. You only live once. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I could be gone tomorrow. I can't take it with me. And so we use that to justify making bad decisions financially every single day.
What up, though? It's your boy Danye BC2, and today we have a video about money. You know, this is my favorite subject, and I like to talk about this, but we have no other than Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels, he is a very successful YouTuber, and the content that I watch and I take in from him is good information. I'm not going to lie to you. Some things I do disagree with him about, but a lot of stuff I agree with him about. But I want to react to this video that's titled, "You're Not Used to Having Money. Fast Money Will Have You Broke." And I think just off the title alone, I need to watch this. I want to react to it with you guys and have a discussion, and let's go from there. So let's get right into the video, man.
Delayed gratification, because it's funny. This person I've been coaching for about 6 months, right? 6 months. And when I first got him, he was very, very caught up in making sure that he stays cash rich. How much money he can have in his bank account, how much money he'll have to be able to play around with. Worked very hard, very, very dedicated, and you know who you are, very, very dedicated to securing a bag, but had to change his mindset when it came to how it was he was using money and his relationship with money in general. And I find that so many people find this as a hurdle, and it takes a little bit of time for you to be able to transition your mindset over from looking at things when it comes to how much money you can have available versus how much money you have working for you. Now, it seems as though it's an easy concept because it's like, oh man, I want to make investments. I want to get to the bag. I want to get rich. I want to have multiple sources of income, multiple streams of income. But it's easier said than done, because a lot of times, especially people that come from certain environments, they're not used to not having access to the money and the resources, letting it work from in the form of, I don't know, an investment, putting it into a long-term investment, a stock, a real estate, anything, right? People only care about cash flow, and cash flow for me.
I can agree with them, but I think a lot of people, that's all they know. It's money 101 is how much money can I have in, how much cash can I see in hand. A lot of people can't look at it from they only look at it from a tangible side of it. If it's in their face, if it's right in their checking account, that's all they can visualize it. And like he said, the next step is investing. And investing, it's hard. Personally, I started a Roth IRA years ago, and situations happen, tough times happen, and I took from it. And I regret it, because this is the thing. It's easier said than done. Everybody can sit here and tell you to invest, do this, do that. But until you actually do it yourself, which I am now doing, I'm currently doing, I'm putting money away. I put a good amount of money away. I have a 401k, and I am doing it, and I'm not taking from it. You feel me? So I learned from my mistakes, but people, they can't see things like that. They want it now, and they want to spend it now and do all that now. So I can agree with them.
Does not mean anything. And I had to train myself to get away from that whole money phone mindset. How much money can I have in my hand at that specific time? And often at times it leads to less money in your pocket long term, because you have to look at your money as little employees. Every single dollar you earn, you birthed it, you traded in your time for it, and you need every last one of them employees to go out and get you more money. So here's the thing. Delayed gratification is the thing that most people have a hard time grasping when it comes to implementing these things, right? We want everything now. We want the purse now. We want the cars now. We want the vacations now. We want the women, and largely women want men now. They want everything now. And very rarely do you see somebody say that, you know what, it was worth it for me to work 10 years, hold it down for 10 years so that I can live the rest of my life the way I want to.
Facts. Facts, 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 facts. I'm not going to lie to you. People do not truly want to sacrifice for a long period of time. And that used to be the norm. Working to your 60 used to be the norm. And of course, now everybody talking about financial freedom, put your money this, that. That's true. All that is true. And it's okay to want that. But we can't take away the hard work that it takes to get there. Everybody wants to dismiss, everybody wants to erase all the hard work that a lot of these successful people had to go through early on and just say, you know what? Work smarter, not harder. The hell does that even? Y'all don't even know what that means when y'all say that statement. And I'm talking to the majority of people out there. You have to grind, like he said, for 10 years and stay down and stack and starve and maintain. Don't go out and blow the bag. Don't go buy these big cars. Don't go buy a big chain. Don't do these things for 10 years and you will see results. And I truly think that people just, they don't want it. They don't want to do it like that. They want it now. They want to be rich now. They want to gamble $20 to make $2,000. They want to fall into a business that's making them millions of dollars. People don't really want the grind, man. And that's why it's going to put me and the people I have around me ahead of everybody else, because we're looking at it from 5-10 years down the line. We're going to start seeing a lot of this snowball effect in terms of making more and more money, while everybody else is thinking short term right now. And at the end of the year, they're always going to be in the same spot because they keep gambling, spending their money, and doing dumb stuff with it.
Often at time we've been trained to have this YOLO mindset. You only live once. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I could be gone tomorrow. I can't take it with me. And so we use that to justify making bad decisions financially every single day, over and over. We don't plan for the future. I just read a report that said well over 40% of people that make over $100,000 a year, and I'm guessing that it's much higher, but I can't cite the source right away, but well over 40% that make over $100,000 a year is living paycheck to paycheck. How are you continuing to level up and live paycheck to paycheck? We continue to keep up with the Joneses. We often at times do things to impress people that have no bearing on us whatsoever. We buy things for people that don't give a piss about us. And so we don't have that level of delayed gratification, or we don't have the balance to be able to have the mindset to implement delayed gratification that is often at times going to work best for us. So
facts. And when he talks about the six-figure people living paycheck to paycheck, it's simple. We all know why they live paycheck to paycheck, because the more their income comes in, the more expenses they add. You can be making $40,000 right now a year, and you have a decent car. Let's say it's worth $8,000. You live in an apartment that, let's say you rent it out for $1,200 a month. Now, when these people, let's say they fall into six-figure jobs and they get that six-figure jobs, how do you live paycheck to paycheck? Oh, we ditching the $8,000 car and we're going to get a $20,000, $30,000 car. So now our bills are going up. Oh, I'm making six figures. I'm about to go get a $2,000, $2,500 a month apartment. Shoot my bills up even more. So now we're making more money, but our expenses are going up. Just like we weren't making that much money, our expenses were not down. So it evens out. And that's why we lived paycheck to paycheck no matter what. And that's why if you want to do it the right way and you really want to see gains, you got to make more money and limit your spending. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that.
Let me tell you what delayed gratification does. It makes us appreciate things much more. It reminds me of a conversation that I was having with the Thinking Man's podcast. And I love that conversation. I always love that conversation because we were talking about him buying his son a car. And I think that was one of the videos or the clips that I posted that got the most reaction because people were adamantly for it or adamantly against it. I believe in suffering. I believe that men need to suffer in order to be able to truly appreciate exactly the blessings that come along with being in a position of power, so on and so forth. But, you know, the fact that I had to work and my dad did not buy me a vehicle, but instead he gave me the tools and the insight to be able to acquire the vehicle, to acquire the bag. If you can teach your kids, if you can teach yourself how to be patient, how to wait. I was coaching my boy Sean, and he's a lawyer. And, you know, Sean was telling me, like, Ton, man, all of my network and my friends, they out buying the Benzes. I got to switch around. They out buying the Benzes, the BMWs. They doing well. They get into the bag. I said, but Sean, how much money they got in the bank? He said, sometimes they be borrowing from me. How? He said they move a specific type of way that's not conducive to people that make that type of money. How? Meanwhile, Sean is over there with a completely paid off car, no more student debt. He is continuing to level up in his career. He's moving the way that he's supposed to move when it comes to his relationship and his chick. And he's not even 30 yet. He's not even 30 yet. He's so far ahead of the eight ball. And it's
Shout out to that boy Sean. But I do want to bring this up. And I had a conversation with somebody, and I told them, and this is what he means by delayed gratification. I told them I would rather stack up, let's say for 3 to 5 years, $100,000 than to do something illegal that gives me that $100,000 in a year. And the reason being is because I truly believe that at the end of the day, after 3 years of grinding, working hard, getting up every day and working and having that money saved up, I'm gonna feel 100 times better at night. And also with myself, knowing that I worked my butt off, I had to learn, I had to sacrifice, I had to put my money in the right places, than to get it quick and not have no lessons learned in between, not level up in any way besides just money aspect. And I tell people all the time, after I stacked up, worked, had to figure out where to put my money, maintain my money, go through lessons of losing money outside of the person that just, let's say, does something illegal for it, sells weed or drugs and scams or something like that. They at the end of the line, compared to me at the end of the line, is I'm gonna be able to maintain it. Once I get that 100,000, I'm gonna know what to do with the 100,000. I'm gonna know, all right, I'm gonna put this in real estate or I'm gonna invest this, because I had to do that on my journey. Meanwhile, the guy who just obtained $100,000 has no type of W-2s, no source of income, so he can't even show the income that's coming in. So how the heck is he even gonna get major loans or buy things that, like, what evidence does he has to show? What taxes is he paying? And also, what skills has he learned? He's not going to know what to do with that 100,000. He's going to go buy the chain, go buy the car, go do these dumb things because shit, he got it so easy. So that's how I look at it, and that's how you guys got to start looking at it. It's okay. Do the slow grind. The slow grind is what's going to make you that true man. That slow grind is going to actually give you that knowledge, is going to really help you build all together, than to just try to sell out and do things quickly.
funny because when I had first took this executive position and I was talking to the big boss, and I was like, yo, how would you play it a little bit differently when it came to, your career or whatever? And he tells me all the time, Anton, I would have invested more. I would have invested sooner, earlier. And I would have got out of debt when I first started getting to the bag. But often at times what we find is that we get so excited about the fact that we've leveled up and we've made it and we get into the money and now. And so we want to reward ourselves. We want to automatically run out and go and get the Rolex. We don't want to wait until it's actually a milestone. We want to jump straight into balling as if to show the world that we made it. But that's all internal. It's here. I've stayed down for so long before I actually started to spend money. And one of the reasons why I didn't start spending money automatically is because I wanted to make sure that I was actually leveraging the ways in which I was supposed to spend money, and that it not only added value to what it was that I was doing from a business perspective, but to ensure that I was getting all of the necessary write-offs that I was supposed to get, and I wasn't actually taking money that I worked for and spending it recklessly and not letting that actually, help me or benefit me when it came to my taxes or my businesses or anything like that. So my point is that we have to train ourselves from today going forward that we are going to do the thing that's in our best interest long term. When I make an investment, when I pick a stock, when I research a company, when I make a real estate investment, when I say that I'm never going to sell a property, even when it comes to my marriage and I say I'm never getting divorced, it's in my best interest to make a decision long term. We find ourselves making short-term decisions and paying a price for it for short-term gratification. You rocking with that girl tonight is often at times going to lead to regret in the morning. You're going to be trying to figure out how you got in that position. You're going to be trying to give her a plan B because you didn't even pick up a rubber. You just making short-term decisions.
Was he watching where I was at last night? But my fault, my fault. Let me not get too deep. But I definitely agree with this guy, man. Listen, long term always beats out short term. Always. And anybody who has any sense, anybody who really truly makes a lot of money. Listen, I'm privileged to know a lot of people that make a lot of money. I'm talking about not a millionaire. I'm talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. Like I know somebody who owns a cleaning company that has 600 employees. You feel me? Like those are the type people I know people that own $1 million homes and different things like that do drop shit. Like I said, I played basketball, so I was able to get into spaces with a lot of these people that make a lot of money. I know somebody who owns a yacht, and they all tell me the same thing. You're young, you're doing all the right things, you're working your butt off. You need to truly just lock in. And a lot of it, they say, is just hard work. You got to lose sleep. You got to work till you can't no more. Do all the hard stuff early on so you can live a greater life later. And that's the advice. That's the true advice that most of them give me. And I understand it. And like I said, if I have this mindset, if I do what they do right now, knowing that people aren't doing what I'm doing right now, come on, man. There's no way I'm not going to win. So for my people out there that's watching this that feel like that they're stuck or that they're not doing enough, hopefully this video inspires you that look long term, grind right now, put your money away for things that's actually going to benefit you 10 years, 15 years from now. So then you want to live financially free, you want to reap all the rewards, you want to travel, you'll be able to do that 10, 15 years, but you got to wait, you got to delay all your irrational decisions right now and just hold it down, man. But hit that like and subscribe button if you're still watching, and I'm going to catch you on the next vid. I'm out, man.